Remember when you could drop a phone and it wouldn't break? Now, if you crack the screen, you just throw the phone away and buy a new one. Car manufacturers have adopted the iPhone strategy. They are building disposable cars. They are engineering vehicles where a single part failure turns a tens of thousands of dollars investment into a paperweight. I'm going to show you the 5 cars on the market right now that are designed to die the moment the warranty expires. If you buy one of these, you aren't buying an asset, you are buying a future pile of scrap metal. Let's start with the future of the automotive industry, the Tesla Model Y. Tech lovers adore this car, but collision repair specialists fear it. Why? Because of a manufacturing process called gigacasting. In a normal car, the frame is made of dozens of steel pieces welded together. If you get rear-ended and bend a frame rail, a body shop cuts out the bad piece and welds in a new one. Simple. Tesla does it differently. They cast the entire rear of the car as one solid piece of aluminum. Here is the problem. This is heat-treated aluminum. If you crash at just 15 miles per hour and that casting cracks, you cannot simply weld it back together. Heating it up ruins the structural integrity of the metal. This means a minor structural accident often totals the entire car. Insurance companies are writing these off left and right because they're structurally disposable. It is an engineering marvel, but a financial nightmare for the second owner. Nissan is the king of disposable technology. Specifically, the Nissan Rogue made between 2014 and 2020. These cars look great, they're comfortable, and they're everywhere. But they house the infamous Jatco CVT transmission. The problem isn't just that they break, it's that they're designed as sealed units. In an older transmission, if a shift solenoid or a valve body failed, a mechanic could open the pan, swap the part for $300, and send you on your way. With the Nissan CVT, the internal components are not serviceable. Nissan does not sell the individual parts to rebuild them reliably. So if a single bearing fails deep inside, the dealer procedure is replace entire transmission. The cost? About $4,500 to $6,000. Right now, a 2015 Nissan Rogue is worth about $6,000. Do the math. One transmission failure effectively totals the car. It puts a literal expiration date on the vehicle. We have touched on this engine before, but it deserves a spot on the disposable list because of how Ford engineered it. The Ford EcoSport, specifically the 1.0-liter EcoBoost model sold from 2018 to 2022. Ford engineers decided to put the rubber timing belt inside the engine block, soaking in hot oil. They call it a wet belt. Chemistry 101 tells us that hot oil eventually degrades rubber. As the belt degrades, it sheds teeth and rubber fibers. This debris falls into the oil pan and clogs the oil pickup screen, starving the engine of oil. Now, on a normal car, changing a timing belt is a $600 job. On the EcoSport, it is a nightmare. Because of the complex internal design, labor costs to replace this belt often exceed $3,000. And if the engine is already damaged from low oil pressure, a new engine is $6,000. The car is worth $8,000. When the routine maintenance costs 50% of the car's value, that car is disposable. People assume that expensive cars are built to be fixed. That is no longer true. Meet the new mild hybrid Mercedes-Benz models, specifically the GLE and C-Class from 2020 onwards. They use a 48-volt EQ boost system. This isn't a full hybrid like a Prius, it's a system designed to help the engine start and stop smoothly. The heart of this system is a proprietary 48-volt lithium battery hidden under the floor. When this battery fails, and they are failing at alarming rates, the car is bricked. The 12-volt starter cannot start the car without the 48-volt handshake. Here is the shocker. This battery costs anywhere from $2,500 to $5,000 just for the part. Imagine buying a used Mercedes-Benz GLE for $40,000. You feel great. Then a month later, a single battery dies and you're hit with a $5,000 bill just to start the engine. That repair bill alone destroys the resale value of the car. And since you can't use a generic battery, you're held hostage by the dealer. And finally, the #1 disposable car. The first-generation Chevy Trax and its twin, the Buick Encore. This car is built with the absolute minimum viable materials. It is the definition of single use. Under the hood is the 1.4-liter turbo Ecotec engine. Almost every critical component that holds fluid is made of cheap plastic. The water outlet? Plastic. The intake manifold? Plastic. The valve cover? Plastic. The thermostat housing? Plastic. After about 70,000 miles of heat cycles, this plastic turns brittle and cracks. You fix a coolant leak on Monday. By Friday, the valve cover cracks and leaks oil. Next week, the turbo fails. It becomes a game of whack-a-mole with repairs. You will easily spend the value of the car, $6,000, in repairs over just 2 years. This car was designed to be leased for 3 years and then crushed. Do not be the person who buys it secondhand. Modern cars offer technology and safety, but they have lost longevity. They are becoming appliances. Use them up and throw them away. You need to buy cars that were built before the disposable era. Cars built by engineers, not accountants. There are 7 specific cars that were built so well, manufacturers actually hate them because they never break. Watch this video to see the list of the forever cars.